bit here first.
We'll give it a sec.
Yep, as Steph says, we'll give it a sec. We're live. Sure we're all... Okay. I say we go.
All right, let's do it.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome, I think Steph says, Kitsap County.
Hi, Kitsap County.
To this week's market stats report. I am Joy Walker with Keller Williams West Sound. I'm on the Dupuis team, and I am joined with
Carrie Melpolter, also on the Dupuis team.
Yes, and so we are filling in one more week here without Steph here. We're holding down the fort. She will be back. Actually, we might have one more episode without her. We'll see.
I think we do.
Yeah, I think we have one more with her.
One more.
You guys have to suffer through us one more time. So, but yeah, so we're going to come at you guys with some stats here. Interesting week we see here. This is for the week of August 24th through August 30th. And Carrie, what is the stat that's kind of standing out to you here?
Oh man, it's got to be price reductions. Price reductions are crazy right now compared to the week before. What did we see? It was 85?
Yeah, so last week we saw, let's see, so this past week we had 84. 84 price reductions. The week previous to that was 19. So what do you think could possibly this mean? Why are people reducing prices? So many people.
Well, it seems to me that everybody was rushing to get on the market, right? Because prices were really, really high. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's slowing down. Yeah, so a lot of times people are really aiming high. You know, they think, everyone thinks their home is worth this crazy amount, and sometimes they overshoot the mark. And so after a couple weeks of not getting much action, it's time to do a price reduction. And so this past week, 85, or 84, I should say. New listings, 93. And this is starting to become now a trend, all right? If it's just a 1 week thing, it's one thing, but we're seeing now some 3 or 4 back-to-back weeks here of new listings going down. And this past week, 93 homes in all of Kitsap County entered the market. And so it's normal this time of year. You know, we're getting to the end of summer, school's starting. That's right. And things are just starting to slow down. No one wants to sell with, their kids are starting school and whatnot. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But another thing that we like to keep looking at as well is the difference between list pending and solds. Okay, for months now we've had this 40 to 60 gap in between pending and solds on every single week, which tells us that homes are falling out of escrow. Correct. You think of some reasons why maybe some of these people are backing out of these deals? Have you seen anything like that? Or? Well, one thing that it means to me is that people are probably reintroducing inspections.
Yes.
That's probably a lot of it. Yeah. Or some of it.
That's a good point, because we had a wave of time where there was no inspections. So the dealers kind of went through right to appraisal and it closed. But people are starting to bring inspections back. Everything comes back around. And during that inspection, they can find something they don't want and they can get out of the deal. So we're starting to see that. It's also good news for you buyers. If you lost out on a home and you didn't get it, this still gives you the opportunity to keep an eye on that house, and it might fall back on the market where you can come in.
Very true.
Yeah, so we're still seeing that. Last week we had 137 sold with 180 going pending. So again, there's that gap, that 40 to 60 number gap we see every single week. Inventory levels have been pretty consistent here. I mean, less than a 1% change over the past 2 weeks, with 366 homes on the market in all of Kitsap County, with, I think I'm doing quick math, 35 of those being condos. And that's good for you condo people, because condo numbers were super low at the beginning of the year, but now, if you're looking for a condo, there's some more out there. But yeah, and also the average sale price to original list price, we're still hovering right around 104%. And what's that tell us? If it's at 104%, the homes are selling for about 4% higher than the list price on average. And this is important for you buyers, because if you're looking at a list price, you can't really just look at it and think, oh, that's the price I'm going to get it for. Sometimes that happens, but on average, you better be budgeting, better be thinking about at least 4%. And really that's case by case, really house by house, but your agent should be able to kind of guide you. But that's just a fun stat to kind of keep an eye on. That also tells me it's still a seller's market. Nothing really changed in that aspect. How about days on market? We've seen a little bit of a...
Well, it's up to 16 now from 11, which says to me, I wonder if review dates, the firm review dates, they're sort of being backed off on a little bit.
Yeah, So another trend that we've been seeing through this crazy market is just these like kind of these review dates where people say this is where we're going to review and there's no other time. So people are getting their offers in super quick, but we're starting to see more homes enter the market that don't have those review dates. They just kind of receive them, you know, they receive it as we go, and then they kind of make a decision as we go. So could prolong the process a little bit. So, but yeah, that's our